All right. Success. All right, let me scooch my chair up here. Folks, welcome on in. I hope y'all had a great heckin' week. Mine was interesting, and especially today was kind of stressful, I guess. Just like a whole bunch of stuff was going on today, and it was like I was doing everything I could to kind of stay on top of it. If you do need someone to run it with, I'm more than happy to help. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We may. It just depends on what time it's going to be. But there are some things that I wanted to kind of go over a little bit before we got started. Afrobun, welcome on in. Nice to see you, Afro. So I wanted to start off with I kind of wanted to apologize for Wednesday. I wanted to apologize for Wednesday, especially with like the usual crew we have going on with Final Fantasy stuff. So me switching to Hildebrand was kind of a knee-jerk reaction, and trying to accommodate a friend, and we did that. But what I would like to apologize for was really not discussing that too much with the people who pretty much make time to get together with our group and actually do stuff. I wasn't thinking of that. I wasn't thinking about everybody involved. I was just kind of thinking about, the stream and me. And, that's not really cool of me. It wasn't really cool of me at all, And, I'm sorry for that. And, I will definitely be better. I will get better. Even after, streaming for 3.5 years, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment, and you really do, as a streamer, you got to change your way of thinking to a certain extent, And, I wasn't really on Wednesday. I wasn't really fair to everybody who hangs out with us every time we do a Final Fantasy XIV stream, And I feel bad about that, but I will get better. You're so cool, though. Afro, I do my best. That's a fair point, Adi. While I may have been okay, since it just meant I didn't have to rush home, that might not have been the same for others. Yeah, exactly. For my part in it, I feel bad about that, Boysenberry, hello, welcome on in. Hey, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things where you're just you're super excited to do a thing, and you have to make an adjustment, and you're just oh yeah, no problem. You make the adjustment, and it's just oh shit. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people who make a point to watch these certain things, and I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider it at all, and I'm just. So yeah, there's that. I will get better with that, though. I will get better. One other thing too. Today was wild for a different reason. So for the folks who are following me in Blue Sky, I'm doing a little computer build. It's mostly just a workstation. It's a workstation because I don't have all my computers are ancient, and none of them are Windows 11 compliant. Meaning that I can't upgrade. I can't upgrade to Windows 11 on any machine that I own, except for my work laptop, but that doesn't really count. So I had to kind of gather together some pieces. I had to gather together some pieces and make something work. But it turns out I had this tiny little case, and I'm I kind of want to build in this little thing because it's cool. And so I ordered a bunch of parts. Well, I wasn't expecting the motherboard to show up until Monday. But lo and behold, hell froze over, and DHL notified me this afternoon that it was scheduled to be delivered today. And I was like, holy crap. Okay. So I was just super excited. But noontime turned into 1 o'clock, turned into 2 o'clock. Oh, I said the word. I'm sorry. I apologize. Pre-Tuesday. Let me put it that way. You know, 1 o'clock turned into 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock turned into 3 o'clock. And 3 o'clock turned into 4 o'clock. And still nothing from DHL. And I was like, you know what? I think we're gonna have to save this for, like, you know, the day of the week that you know, the next week, the next Sunday. You know, so I had a few things I needed to wrap up at work. So I was actually leaving work late anyway. So, like, you know, 4:02, 4:03 rolls around. I'm finishing my stuff up. I got my backpack on my back. I'm about to head out the door. And, like, one of my coworkers is like, hey, Ade, there's a box in the loading dock that I don't remember seeing there before with your name on it. I was like, oh, shit. So I ran over there. And lo and behold, there's this box here. So, like, I ended up actually getting it today, and, like, I was kept late just a tiny bit. And if I had gotten out right at 4 like I usually do, I would have it would have been sitting there all weekend. So I got it home, and that means we're gonna have 4 streams this weekend. So we're gonna have Saturday morning Poke Morning with Yori. We're gonna be playing Final Fantasy XIV at night on Saturday night. Sunday morning, probably like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock ish. I haven't really solidified the time yet. Well, actually, I will let you know. I'm going to have a morning workbench stream, which I'm going to build pretty much the weirdest workstation ever. And it's going to be kind of cool. It might be kind of quick, actually, since the thing is tiny. But, like, yeah. Y'all should come and hang out, like, here, probably on Sunday morning. And then, of course, on Sunday night, we're going to have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah. I guess that'll make up for last weekend being one short. Yeah. It's gonna be a revenge stream for last week. But yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. It's gonna be super exciting. So I'm kind of hoping that Poji is gonna join us tonight. But Poji is really wiped out. So chances are pretty good that Poji won't be able to join us tonight, which sucks. But, like, you know, self-care is definitely important, you know, and, you know, you can't really wait on sleep. You can't, like, hold back on that stuff. So, like, you know, EP Durgan, yeah. But holy heck, I think maybe we should get started, because that's all the stuff that I really wanted to chit-chat about. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Sunday morning. Oh. Ayami, hello. Welcome on in. Why can I not pet the other? I don't have pets on the intro screen, unfortunately. Maybe I should change that. But I think we should roll. So tonight is going to be pretty intense. So I hope y'all got snacks and a drinky when I said to go get snacks and a drinky. Super Zippy, welcome on in. Nice to see you.
Did you know Adi is super heckin' lovely and Precious is one of the most genuinely amazing friends ever?
Fake news.
True. I love you, you lovely Presh heckin' bean. Thanks for always being a huge inspiration and amazing friend. Oddest look.
Aw, Ayami, thank you so much. That means a lot. Holy heck. All right, let me kill this music. And we will get the Final Fantasy stuff going on here. Finish my fudge brownie while the intro rolled. Right. Hell yeah. Oh, actually, I will drag creatures into Final Fantasy voice chat. And I will go in there myself. Okay. And Vera, you are more than happy to join us if you would like to be on voice tonight. But no worries if you don't. Where's my mixer? There it is. There we go. Oh, what did the music ever do to you? It wore out its welcome. Alright, so folks, we are in Idleshire. We have to get to... Oh, excuse me. We have to get to Matoya's Cave. Whoop! There we go. It's Matoya's cave time. Whoop, 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 whoop. Piddle poodle shooter? What? What? Afro, how you doing tonight? I hope you're well. Oh, we go this way. We go this way. You know how I am getting there. Yeah, I do. I do. I'm a pumpkin. I must address this. Pumpkin! Oh, holy heck. Oh. Spectral, thank you so much for the lurk. Thank you so much. And thank you so much again for your raid. You're a heckin' sweetheart. Thank you so much. I am also excited for the wenchening white Rightmare tomorrow. I am excited. Holy shit, y'all. I'm gonna be streaming so much this weekend. Oh my god. But yeah, the Workbench stream is going to be on Twitch this time, not Discord. Still finishing everything up? Yeah. But y'all, if y'all go heck and follow and watch, Afrobun. I will give Afro a shout out here. Afro is super fun, and just like their streams are always like just. I don't know how to describe them other than they're just always amazing all the time. Like, Afro really goes, like, out of their way to, like, you know, basically, like, you know, stretch the limits of what Sammy can do. Doing all kinds of stuff. Just has, like, you know, like, puzzles going on. Just has, like, the best heckin', just, like, sound effects and, like, you know, all that stuff that goes on. And, like, I really admire the craftsmanship and shit, you know? It's so good. It's so good. Y'all go heck and follow and watch. Also, Afro is a really good friend of mine, too, so... Put my whole pussy into it. Yeah, there you go. Gotta do it all, yep. Go whole or go home. The stream vibes are immaculate. They are, yeah. Alright, I am gonna get this started. I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse. But this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Oh, the music in here is incredible.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems.
I love her so much!
Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
True.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, What exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
Ah, yeah.
And Stola is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
I adore her. Oh.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated? If it had, oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
Indeed.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Before they took took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Oh, I'm not going there just yet. So that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. Quote-unquote tamed. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us. But it can't be bad news, can it? Lise would have said, unless... there's no point in speculating. Lise said she'd notify the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Alamegan Quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alphino's plight, and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me. The Alamegan Quarter. Oh, here we go. Oh, gosh. This list of stuff, like, sometimes I just get lost in it. Fury, welcome on in. Nice to see you. Right, let's see. We go this way. I do like the streets. All right, here we go. Here we go. I am at 9 of 20 sharks I want to collect for Denver next year. Oh, ooh. Greetings, Scions. The commander told me to expect you. Shall I show you in? There we go.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events.
Okay, here we're gonna get a little recap of the last stream.
Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn.
That's true.
Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
Another spammer fell for my trap.
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
Kumba! Kumba, welcome on in! How was your heckin' stream? How was Played Up? Tell us all about it. First, though, get your self-care stuff going on. Grab yourself a drinky and a snack and get cozy. Tell us all about it. And welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Adi. I am a transferee gamer from Oregon. I mainly play RPG games. Tonight, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We are in the middle of a cinematic, so I might sound a little bit rushed and a little bit low energy, but we're getting to the bottom of a few things here. But holy heck, the community here, we're pretty chill, laid back, we're all friends. If that sounds like your jam, please feel free, kick up your feet and relax. Enjoy the show. You can chat, you can lurk, you can do whatever you want to do. You could even drop a follow if you would like, although that's not required. But regardless of what you do, you're heckin' welcome here and you're valid. The long drive and Played Up, okay. And we laughed so hard we had to stop because we exhausted ourselves from laughing. I know that feel. The long drive I have been dying to try out. I really want to play it. Ever since Artie was just like sending me some pictures of it and stuff like that, I'm like, I need to play that. I really do. I'm glad you had a good time, though. Played Up is another really good one, too. I have done that and almost passed out from laughing, right? But y'all go follow and watch Kumba here. Kumba Monster is a dear friend I have known for a lot of years. A lot of years. Kumba is super funny and awesome and such a great friend, y'all. So definitely go follow and watch. I highly recommend. Also, by the way, Kumba is a fantastic artist who did my little TTS mascot over there in the lower right-hand corner, a little moss. Kumba did that art and did all the art for all the Wiis that fly across the screen. Kumba is amazing and so much fun, y'all. Go watch. Go hack and follow and watch. Damn it. All right, I continue. But Kumba, thank you again so much for your raid. Yep. Kumba's art is amazing. I love it.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Beyond become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Not good. Oof. So Alphino is safe. For the present, at least. Now all we need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion. I'm actually glad Lise tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better to be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over things we can't change. To the Enclave. Dozy. Gosh, I love Dozy. I think it's sandwich time. I think you're correct, Ivy. Also, hello. Alright, so we need to go to the Domon Enclave. Dozy, it's nice to see you. I hope you're having a good week. Let's see. How do I get there? No, I don't want to go there. No, don't do that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, gosh. Throw wide the gates. What does that mean? All right. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. The Kojin and the Confederacy you already know. And it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the steppe tribes. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Nagaksha, and the indomitable citizens of Dalmasca, though the scattered nature of the latter's resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. These proud peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. I'm glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. I wonder if we should make an effort to do the Stormblood Alliance raids. We absolutely should. We absolutely should. We should definitely chit-chat about that. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is never far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for this sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Poji, welcome on in! Poji, Poji, Poji. Gosh, I love Poji. Poji, we're actually not too far into it. I mean, did you want to try and catch up to where we're at? But no worries if you don't feel up to it. And hopefully a nap did you some good. Every report we receive from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is poised to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allagan energy barrier. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious, a name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps Saryrs Aegis, or some such. Well, just a thought. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. Have you time to attend the first test? You've seen the field which protected Azazla firsthand. I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. I will come too, if you don't mind. Though I am no Y'shtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course. Time being of the essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yugiri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the War Council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lord. Wear the storms. We will cross the burn by Yol and Falcon. As before, join me at the overlook near the House of the Fierce. All right. Hello. Oh shit, I forgot to change my audio devices again. I was like, why is nobody talking? Dun, dun, dun. Chat mic. Chat, okay, there we go. Now it should work.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing, Poji?
Eepy.
Yeah. Did you end up taking a nap?
Yeah.
Hopefully it was productive.
I don't remember why we needed to be out in the Dravanian hinterlands.
Oh, we needed to meet Alize in front of Matoya's cave. because we needed to talk to Matoya about
tracing the souls of the afflicted.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good reason.
Yeah, finding out where their souls went.
Yeah. So we did that, and then one or two things after that, and that's kind of where we're at right now. I think we've only really been at this for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, basically the Warrior of Light and LSA have been called back and forth a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty, par for the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you haven't missed anything too exciting.
Let me see.
Because I figure there's got to be at least like one more trial or dungeon or something.
I believe there's a dungeon left.
Yeah, let me check.
That is all I will.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check on. I'm just checking on that real quick.
There is a dungeon.
Okay.
I don't know. Is this our last patch, or is there another patch after?
We're in there is a patch. We're at the beginning of the last patch and a half. They split the last patch into two. It's 4.5 and 4.56.
Yeah. So there's 5 little questlets in the current patch that we're in. We're in the middle one. We're on number 3 of 4.5. Where we left off last time, Poji, was the first one. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think we're just gonna.
See how Matoya reacts when she finds out Y'shtola.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna take a breather for just like a minute or two, if that's okay. If that's okay.
Let Cody catch up a bit. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a YouTube video on my other monitor. It's all good.
Hey, Adi.
Yeah.
In case you want to follow along with where I'm at.
Streams within streams.
Streams within streams.
She's like, I ain't dealing with your shit, old woman.
That's more like it. Stunning.
That's funny. I love Matoya. I adore her.
I love Matoya, and I love Matoya's hat. All aspects of Matoya are good.
Yeah. We're just gonna bring this over here, just watch for a little bit. See where Poji's at.
For those of you who are late.
Yeah. So for the folks in the chat, I know we literally just did this, but we're just gonna kind of take a breather and wait for Poji to catch up just a tiny bit.
But now we can comment since we're not the ones going through it.
Yeah.
Find it kind of a shame that it does one of those things like this. Oh, okay. No, it did actually stop for her reaction because Y'shtola was like a daughter to her.
Oh, are you talking about that transition where just like...
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, let's explain it to you. And then all of a sudden, like, your character's waving their hands and it kind of like the camera pans off into the distance. Yeah.
But at least it stopped at the point of the explanation where she realizes Y'shtola is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although she may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray.
Exactly.
Yep. And I'll not see her buried before I am.
Love you, Matoya.
I adore her. Well, like, it would be kind of nice. It would be kind of nice if once in a while we could hear these NPC characters kind of regurgitating, their version of events in their own words. I think that would add to things quite a bit.
I don't mind it too much because whenever like the Warrior of Light starts to do that, I think back to like this show I used to watch when I was younger with my family. It was investigative like comedy drama thing.
Yeah.
And when they figure out how like the murder of the episode was done, it would always start with here's what happened.
Yeah.
And so I always imagine my character going, all right, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Just every time.
Kind of unfortunate with this one though is that the one doing the hand waving was Kryl.
Mm-hmm.
So Kryl's the one giving the explanation. Kryl has her own personality that they could have acted out through an explanation. I understand why not the Warrior of Light, because each person's Warrior of Light is different. But with an NPC like Kryl, who's got a set personality and her own voice actor.
I did also once make the joke of like, when someone asks the Warrior of Light, all right, tell me what happened, they just start from the beginning of the game. And they tell them everything up to that point.
Yeah. Or like,
you mean like when in the jokes where they're like, hey, start from the beginning. Well, I was born on a Tuesday.
It's like, well, it all started with this dream I had.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice though, like, if we fired up Final Fantasy and like, previously on Final Fantasy 14, and then it just like gave us like little snippets of what we did last time.
You mean like Hildebrand?
Kinda like that.
Or like, I think Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green did that, where when you would turn the game on, it would kind of give a recap of the last few things you did.
Did it do that? I never played those, so I don't know. I'm kind of like
one of those games, they actually did a thing where it kept a log of your activities.
Okay.
And it would like do a quick replay of, hey, you caught this Pokemon on this route, and you beat this gym leader, and you flew to this town, to kind of give you, I guess the idea was like they were thinking, hey, maybe you wouldn't
make
play
it like the anime.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more like just so that way it's like if you put the game down for a while and then came back to it, you would get a refresher like this is where you're at.
Yeah. Or like, like if anybody in the chat has watched X-Men 97, where like, like it did the same thing as like the original X-Men from like the 90s did. Like when you started the episodes, like previously on X-Men, and like, it would give you like, all the recap of like the previous episode in like a minute. Which, by the way, if y'all get a chance to watch X-Men 97, I definitely suggest it. It's incredible. If you were a fan of the 90s X-Men, it's fantastic.
I forgot Gabu was a girl.
Is Gabu a girl?
They said it's like the brood mother's daughter all over again.
No. That's with the snakes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, you're right. Not Gabu.
Gabu the Babu. I'm pretty sure Gabu is a boy too.
It's a little Gabagoo.
Gabu Babu.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we ever actually know what Gabu's gender actually is. I don't know if they specify.
Hold up, I'm looking it up. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Because Gabu was never voiced.
Yeah.
You could hear the desperation in Alisaie's voice.
Vera, hello. We're Poji's just catching up with us a little bit. That's why we're taking so long. Oh, Vera. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna drag Vera into the call also. Vera. Whoa.
Love you.
Yeah, I had the stream muted, so I didn't notice that y'all fell behind. I'm a couple cuts ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'll wait.
Pray, return to the waking sands.
No, actually, Poji had some really good timing. Super good timing. And like, so we could just like, because we could just like, we could stop and kind of gab for a little bit while Poji caught up, and then, we could all go together.
Oh shit, we doing some yapping?
Yapping.
Of course.
Lucas, welcome on in. Nice to see you. That is Yuri has the cutest friggin' emotes. Oh my god.
It's not fair.
So do you remember how I said before that whenever we meet a good Garlean, they've always defected from the Empire. They're never actually still part of the Empire.
Yeah. Yep.
There goes Maxima. He's defected, so he's no longer part of the Empire.
Hooray! We love our defecting Garleans.
But it's also really hard to affect change from the Empire from the outside.
That's true.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the Empire wants to be affected.
Yeah, I think if Maxima would have stayed in the Empire right now, he would have gotten killed.
I mean, they already attempted to kill him on his way.
Exactly, he came here for safety.
Yeah.
They already tried killing him on the way there. if he got there, he'd be gunned down on the spot.
He's
Wondering
like, I need
too,
asylum.
why in the last cutscene with Alphino, when they used the Black Rose, we didn't see Maxima there.
Yeah, well,
didn't they split up? They kind of they split up
I was
after the
of the-
burn, I thought.
No, I was of the understanding that they were working together, that they were moving as a group.
Oh, okay.
well, you'll
But
get
then
some
after-
explanation here in just a minute.
After they got ambushed and they left, we didn't hear anything about them until we see that the Empire was using Black Rose again. But Maxima wasn't there, and there was no explanation for his absence.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's here to talk about.
I guess
An explanation for his absence.
I'm guessing Alphino stayed with the Shadow Hunter while Maxima continued back to the capital and left and gathered the Popularis and left with them.
Yeah. And also I think maybe this is also served to kind of like, I don't know, I shouldn't go on from here, but like I think that them splitting up had two motives.
To interject and to stop Audie from spoiling, canonically, Gabu is a boy. He has, like, Gabu was canonically referred to with male pronouns during the whole thing when we met.
Okay.
With Titan, where his parents died?
I feel like there's a lot of like little tidbits being dropped now. Like the guy's called the Shadow Hunter, and she says there's nothing to be gained from starting at shadows.
Ooh.
There's a lot of references being thrown around now to shadows.
Darkness. Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
That's a game
Which is
series.
why I need to be there, because Light Dragon.
That's a game series I have never even touched. I don't know anything about it.
If you think about it, Xehanort is an Ascian.
Probably.
He is actually, because he steals people's bodies and parades around in them to survive.
Don't forget just that it's a council of people in black robes.
I can't believe Terra got Thancreted.
I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
Well,
It's
you
a
know
very
what happened to Thancred.
Don't worry about it, Adi. The lore for it is very convoluted and complex, and it gets even more indiscernible the more they add to it.
Honestly, it sounds like my kind of game. I mean, I definitely want to play those Kingdom Hearts games at some point.
Well, I know that Steam has like the entire friggin' series available.
Interesting. Mickey Mouse is an Ascian. Oh, Dozy, spoilers!
He is not. You take that back. That is our king.
Anyway, I love this line right here. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me.
Yep.
Yeah, Matoya has that vibe.
Matoya's got that comforting vibe about her.
Yep.
Because
what to say to get you back in the right headset.
Well, also it's because that she referred to Y'shtola as her untamed stray.
Yeah.
And Y'shtola as a cat girl. And even though Alice isn't, this
She still
visual
got that
being
feeling,
struck by the neck just continues with the cat thing.
I do love. She may be an untamed stray, but she is my untamed stray. I'll not see her buried before I am.
The thing is, like, like Matoya definitely has that air about her. That, you know, that the thing is, like, even though she's frail, she's super old and stuff like that, she definitely has that air that she's just like, you know what? Despite what I look like right now, I can still kick your ass.
And I would. Give her a reason. She will.
Yep. Naboo, welcome on in, and thank you so much for the lurk. Enjoy your dinner.
And you know what? Kryle's looking pretty good for someone who got kidnapped and experimented on.
Yep.
Yeah, she's recovering well.
Kryle is a badass. Kryle is a badass. Matoya can flare your ass to oblivion. Not to mention, even if she didn't have any magical power, I fear that friggin' stick.
She would just stick her Ormir brooms on you.
Right. Well, I mean, if she didn't have any magic, she wouldn't be doing the brooms. But like, you know,
she'd still be bonking you over the head with the stick as if it were a broom.
Oh yeah.
Creatures, I'm gonna ask you this question because Adi wouldn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a Kingdom Hearts related question. Who do you think is a stronger spellcaster, Matoya or Donald Duck?
Donald.
Oh! See, that's hard because I haven't seen Matoya actually cast.
It's Donald.
I know the casting power Donald Duck can do. I don't know Matoya.
For context, supposedly Donald is able to, like, on a whim, cast the most powerful destruction magic in Final Fantasy.
What, Ultima?
No, Zeta Flare.
I thought Ultima was the big baddie on the block.
Apparently not.
You know, I just love it when the devs just make shit up.
You're like, sure, Donald Duck can cast Zeta Flare.
It's like,
I don't know if it.
It's like,
I think in the context of what happened is that he thought Sora was dead, so he was pissed off, or Goofy was dead.
I don't think it's on a whim, but he can cast Zeta Flare though. It doesn't take him too much.
But supposedly Zeta Flare, from what they were saying, is normally an extremely taxing spell to cast because of how powerful it is, and he just did it.
Yeah, it's just not as taxing on him, so.
There are 2 other characters in Square Enix's catalog of games to have casted Zeta Flare. The final boss of Bravely Default and Bahamut.
Okay then.
So this is a big fucking spell.
Also, I didn't realize Bravely Default was a Square Enix game.
It is.
Be careful with streaming it because people have gotten copyright strikes from the soundtrack.
Well, I'm probably not going to stream it anyway because my knowledge of it is a mobile game.
It is a good RPG though.
Well, not a mobile game, but like, handheld game. 3DS.
Yeah, Luco said he got knocked out after using it in Flare, so it is still uber taxing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it basically killed Donald to use it. I think it took a hell of a lot out of him.
It didn't kill him, but
pretty sure he immediately passed out though.
Yeah, I gotta
fell
play
on his ass.
I gotta play those games. Donald Duck kind of has a big ass though, so it couldn't really have hurt that much.
But that's the cool thing about the Steam collection is that it's all of them.
Interesting. Okay.
Even the ones like that, like part of the reason why I didn't play them all coming up was because they were like all over the place. Like, hey, this one's on PlayStation, but this one's on the PSP, and this one's on the 3DS, and
yeah. Some like a game series I would love to get back to, honestly, is Xenoblade Chronicles. I kind of gave up on the first one. I gave up on the first one because I got stuck, and I couldn't get out of it. So like, I actually want to get, I want to call that a mulligan and start over and just. I want to do like Xenoblade Chronicles, like 1, 2, and 3. I want to do.
We lost creatures.
Uh-oh. Might just be a temporary thing.
Hold on. So Bahamut using Terra Flare was the calamity?
I think so, yeah.
And Zeta Flare
is
stronger than that.
Because, fun fact, when we were in the library dungeon that's actually near Matoya's cave, they explained that how they level spells is that they just use Greek alphabet. So Zeta being at the end of the alphabet versus Terra, it is the stronger version of the spell.
Interesting. Okay.
So, if Terra Flare brought the entire continent of Eorzea to its knees, Zeta Flare would just wipe it from the map. That is a lot of power to be throwing around.
Yeah, where is Creatures?
Holy shit.
Did Creatures just, like, lose everything? Internet?
Maybe.
Oh. Creatures needs to be put back.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Gaming.
Welcome back.
Thank you. My internet, that's like the 4th time my internet's done that today.
Not cool.
No. At least the game's not being DDoSed, though. It's just me.
True. But still, kind of small consolation. Oh, actually, you know what? While we're waiting for Poji to get caught up a little bit more, I do want to mention for the new folks who have joined us since I started, I am going to have one of the rarest of rare Sunday morning Twitch streams. I did get the motherboard I was waiting for actually arrived today. And that was the last piece I needed for the little workstation build that I'm going to be doing. So Sunday morning, probably between 10 and 11. I haven't firmed up the time yet, probably 11. I'm going to do a PC building stream.
How many people would obliterate me for calling it a mommy board? Yeah, alright, I'll leave.
No, I mean, I'm trying to make sure, do I use this close-up? Or do I do this super intense close-up, like...
Yeah, what's the correct way to just stare at me for that?
God damn it, Lucos!
Damn it, Lucos. Neither, TD. You know it's fair.
Mommy
I respect
board.
it. I respect
I will say, though, that since having heard of Black Rose prior to this because of doing side quests, the side quests really do enrich the MSQ.
Yeah.
So Dozy says, MILF. Motherboard is looking perfect.
Looking perfect.
Nope.
You could just say motherboard is looking fine.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say, otherwise it's just milk.
Pilk.
Pilk, oh my god.
No, not the pilk again. Not the pilk discussion.
So I was playing web fishing before coming here. Shocker, I know. I had a fucking fish up with like a little barrier of 2,700.
Oh no.
That is the biggest number I've seen. And it took the full fury of my clicking technique to make it work.
Good lord.
Probably almost hurt myself with that.
All right. Thanks for hanging in there, folks. Almost ready to proceed. Poji's catching up.
Lengthy cutscenes.
Yeah.
And I'm admittedly letting myself be distracted with the conversation.
It's all good.
It's good conversation.
It's all good. Cross the streams. We're crossing them.
Oh, not again.
So clearly none of these people use Excedrin.
Except we're still the only two being affected.
So far.
Yeah.
You mean we're the only two people who haven't been afflicted? Oh, so apparently Zeta Flare did exhaust Donald Duck when he cast it.
Boom, 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 boom. Lucos, nice. Migraine intensifies, yeah. I didn't want to do too much joking around about that because, like, I know, oh yeah, the Discord stream's having a little bit of an issue, but it's all good. I didn't want to joke around too much about that because I know folks, some folks have real trouble with chronic migraines, and it's nothing really to be joking about too much.
I get the
If it's any consolation, Audie, I'm one of those people, and joking is okay. A little joke, never. At least in this case.
Yeah, I just you know, I know like jokes sometimes are okay, but just leaning into it, like, you know, constantly, I know can get kind of annoying sometimes. So.
Oh yeah. If I was just telling my dad the other night, if there's a day where it reaches 5 o'clock and I haven't had a migraine, it's a lucky day.
Yeah.
I want to mention that I find this a bit disappointing. That the this is gonna seem like blue, but that they canceled or ended the DuckTales reboot.
Did they?
It was a really good show.
Yeah.
But there was an episode where like the nephews were digging into Uncle Donald. And you know how like Donald's whole thing is that he's always acting angry? And they were pointing out that he has a anger management coach. But he is such an angry person. He's so paranoid that his anger could not be tamed. So instead, they have Donald direct his anger into protecting his family.
Aww.
And that is why when Donald gets angry, he's nigh unstoppable because he's trying to protect his family.
Aww.
And I'm like, that kind of holds up his character across all mediums.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the Disney crew, he's the one who literally went to war.
War. Yeah.
He's the one that actually has a body count. He was on the front line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
body count before video games were invented. Yeah.
he is the one who cast the Zeta flare when he thought a friend of his had died.
Yeah.
So Poji, you're getting kind of robot on us. I don't know if your connection is.
I think it's the stream.
Okay.
I can try to see if I tweak. I think we just did this cutscene.
Yeah, you're pretty much caught up with us. So once you get done with the cutscene, let us know, and then we'll proceed.
Okay.
And I will go to the next questy thing. Wherever that is. Yeah, so House of the Fierce. Yeah, here we go.
How do you pronounce this word?
Which word? Which word?
I think earlier you pronounced it as Aegis. I've always pronounced it as Aegis, but it occurred to me that I've never actually heard it pronounced.
Aegis?
Yeah.
Aegis.
So I always pronounce it as Aegis.
Yeah.
But when I first got here and you were reading, you pronounced it as Aegis.
Aegis,
so
yeah.
I wasn't sure if, and it occurred to me, I don't know if not because I've never actually heard it pronounced.
I could have sworn I've had this conversation with a friend. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Aegis.
Yeah, that's what I said. Aegis.
Sure, Adi.
All right, and we just wait for Poji. Poji's just going to be a minute or two.
I already clicked it. Oh no!
We're going to be heading back out to... I forgot the name of the zone. To witness them activate the barrier.
Oh yeah, the barrier is in the burn.
Oh. Oh, just the dam was in the what's a place. For some reason, I don't know if it's me, it's because I'm streaming in Discord at the same time.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think probably now there's no need to do that.
Well, I'm getting network errors like your stream on Twitch is crashing for me, and I think it's just me that it's crashing for, to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to get every other word and stuff like that.
Try closing some windows that I have open. Maybe I'm drawing too many resources.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think maybe it just might be an internet thing. Who knows?
Series wall. House of the Fierce.
Yeah, Poji is getting sucked into the internet. They don't know it yet. Getting sucked in. If you're not careful, the internet is just gonna go, and you're just gonna be gone. Just in one big slurp.
Looks like. What was that just then? Hello?
Hi, we're here.
Okay. It was my computer made a weird noise.
Well, I made a slurping noise, so I wonder
No,
if
not
that was
that. Like a boom.
Interesting. It's sounding very artifacty, not a resourcing problem. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a Discord thing.
I'm here. Have you talked to Hian yet?
Not yet. But I guess we can I'm gonna deafen up and then I'm gonna read. Alright. Give the word when you're ready to take wing. Head to the burn, yes. Let's go get burned. This thing looks cool.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders. Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Start the generator.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. $1,000 yards, 2,000, 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
There we go. Look at that.
4,000, 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Jeez.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
Come on, who's inside? Oh no.
By the gods. It's Alphino. What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
I thought so.
No, not him too.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
Gaius von Belsar.
Aye. Gaius van Belsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished. Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Belsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Impossible! There's no way you could have survived!
Well, if he did, it's some pretty badass armor, just saying.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea?
Yeah, in your own twisted way, yeah.
The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Habrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
Pretty much.
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the Red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the Shards clearly stand below those still joined to the Source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Habrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Habrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us? As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
For the folks who are familiar, shh. Shh. No spoilers. Also, I do wanna like take this opportunity in the middle of the cinematic to like. I know that we like to speculate. And stuff like that, you know. And you know what? I did it when I was going through this game. But the thing is, though, the speculation can kind of hurt us at the same time. You know, and it might trigger folks in the chat to be like, oh, yeah, well, you know, this happens. And, like, we can't really have that. So, like, I think that probably going forward, we should probably limit our on-stream speculation. And, like, kind of save that for separate chats and things like that. We have our suspicions, but I think we need to keep them close. Yeah, it's kind of going forward from here, Vera. I think it might be best. Not that I'm not scolding anybody. And speculation is certainly healthy. But I think in this particular instance, like kind of going forward from here, I think that it might work against us in a way. I know that Gyotto is behind all this.
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours.
Yep. That, my friends, is a war crime.
Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Ciegalvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
You said it.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized. And what should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus. All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
Alrighty, Vera, thanks for letting us know. We'll hold up after this cutscene.
It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Ah, the illusion of choice. You're right. There are more important matters at hand.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least.
Right.
Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
See ya, Gaius. Before you leave, can you say the line, you know, how very glib, such devastation? No? Okay, bye. What a guy! What a guy! Indeed. Alright, we're just gonna hold on for Poji. And I think I'm gonna restart Vignan. So let me, I will do this real quick. Doot, doot, doot. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna do this for me. And then I will restart Vignan. Here we go. Kill VTube Studio. There we go. It would seem the barrier did not damage the flying machine. Yeah, I mean, I think that basically the if you're trying to push through the barrier, that's when it risks damaging the ship. We kind of saw this with Aza's Law when we were trying to when we were chasing the evil Pope. We had to find something that would let us penetrate the barrier first. All right, so there's that. Click that off. Get rid of the H. Start this again. Then we should be good to go, actually. Still waiting a little bit for Poji. Much better. Okay. The flying flea-shaped machine, yep. Literally looks like one, doesn't it? It looks like kind of this beetle-looking flea thing. It's weird. I prefer jumping spider-shaped flying machines, yeah. I mean, the Garleans do have those. If y'all remember, I don't know if you were around, Artie, for the wall. Where, like, that big trap was sprung, and, like, you know, that's where, like, the new icon was made with the eyes and stuff like that. They had, like, you know, these battle mech things that were like jumping spiders. Yeah, those things are cool. Oop. I see Poji. Drag Poji back into the chat. All right, how we doing?
I'm not quite through all the cutscenes yet, but I'm gonna throw up from the revelation. Oh my god.
Right.
That was not on.
I might need a minute.
Am I robotic?
A tiny bit, not as bad as before.
The website is still struggling. I just did a full system reboot.
Okay.
To see if that would help, but I'm still dealing with some struggles.
Yeah.
About to log back in.
I wonder if your net is just kind of struggling a little bit tonight.
Seems like it.
All right, once everybody's through the cutscene, I'm going to talk to Hien again. All right, let's see. I'm gonna deafen for a little bit. Yeah, looks like creatures and Ryu are still in a cutscene. Once they're out, we can go forward. So how's everyone holding up tonight? Seryu's Wall. Zesty, welcome on in. Nice to see you, Bean. How's your Friday going so far? Returned from work and relaxing. Hell yeah. Welcome home, Lucas. Did you finish Omega or not yet? No, we postponed Omega until next week. We've got Alpha Escape on Wednesday. I can't get back in. What? So we did Deltascape and Sigmascape, but we still have Alphascape left. Poji, I don't know if you can hear me, but maybe a router reboot. Maybe that would do it.
I'll go try that.
Oh, your voice was much better there.
Well, the game finally booted, but God, everything is like not operating at a good speed.
Okay. Yeah, maybe try. Yeah, ISP depuff. Yeah. Yeah, maybe just a quick router reboot might be the ticket. We can wait. Is that I'm assuming that Creatures and Vera are okay with that, and Ryu, and Dozy.
I am fine with it as well. I will just voice that because I need a minute to breathe. A story twist has never left me like this before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna let the party know real quick. There we go. I just popped it to party chat. Agmanine, hello, welcome on in. And Savrin, hello. Yeah, patch 4.5, we are on the quest Seryu's Wall. Not yet, but that is nigh. Pretty soon, pretty soon. I hope yours as well, Ade. Oh yeah, I'm having a great night. I'm having a really great night. I've wanted to do this for a while. The week was kind of frustrating, but like, you know, I got the motherboard I was waiting for today. I get to hang out with some good beans, and like, you know, I've got like, oh my god, 4 streams to look forward to this weekend. I'm doing great. Now that as soon as I left work, I was like, this is gonna be awesome. RMA is in progress for the overcooked 14th gen. Oh no. Okay. Finally, at least. Hopefully you can get like a good part that like, you know, that's gonna do the job. Yeah, the radiator I bought when I first built the 13th gen was DOA. Oh yeah. Hope you don't get sick. Me too. I've already been sick enough this year. I don't need more of that. And the part was likely fine. Oh, okay. I ran it without knowing. Yeah. Have you started the Lord's quest line in the Ruby Sea? I don't know, actually. I'm playing New Game Plus, so I'm not really playing a lot of the side content that's normally available. Oh, you got sick, Lucos? No. Ruined my last week on top of a medical bill. Yuck.
Ew.
Residual ear infection. Yikes. I think it's its own New Game Plus chapter. Oh, I see. I'll have to look into that. I haven't really heard of that. Yeah, we're waiting on Poji to get back in. So hang tight. What? Theo, hello. Theo, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. How was Final Fantasy XIV tonight? Holy heck, tell us all about it. But first, make sure you get your self-care stuff going. Grab yourself a drinky and a snack. Get cozy. In need, hello, welcome on in. And Ryu, thank you so much for giving Theo that shout out. And welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Adi. I am a transfer gamer from Oregon. I mainly play RPG games. Tonight, we're playing my favorite one in the whole world, Final Fantasy XIV. Big surprise.
And we are getting those twists one after the other.
Yep, it's certainly, yeah, the game is full of them tonight. But holy heck, folks, welcome on in. Yeah, the community here, we're all pretty chill, laid back. We're all friends. If that sounds like your jam, please feel free, kick up your feet and relax. Enjoy the show. You could chat, you could lurk, you could do whatever you want to do. Yeah, know that you're heckin' welcome here and you're valid. How was your heckin' stream, Theo? Tell me about it. Very fun Stormblood Hildy for us. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, we started that like a little bit on Wednesday. We started a little bit on Wednesday. It was kind of a shorter stream because like halfway through I was like, wow, am I beat? Like all my energy just went out the window. Yoink me. Okay, perfect. Zoop. Hello.
Everything's moving a lot faster.
Good. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Every now and then you just gotta flush the pipes. You know what I'm saying?
That's a funny thing to hear you say after I chose the words yoink me.
I can't bonk you in Discord. I can't bonk you in Discord.
You can't
You know I'm
try
right,
hard
though.
enough.
You know I'm right, though.
You are correct, but I can't bonk you in Discord.
Discord has its own soundboard.
Well, I don't know how to use that.
Here,
I haven't
hold on.
set one up yet. Uh-oh. I think Creatures is about to bonk me.
Oh, no.
I got you. I gotta use Discord Nitro for something.
You know what? That's true. That's valid. All right.
I'm number 14 in queue. Awesome.
Okay. So it should only just be another minute, maybe, and we'll be good.
I am back. I am a bit more hydrated. I took some medicine. I have cooler sword glam. Let's go.
Nice. Oh, actually,
I finally think I understand, by the way.
Understand
why my friend Dusk the Hellhound kept sticking up for Gaius. I'm like, Gaius is a villain. He's like, nah, Gaius ain't a bad guy.
Yeah. I did not see him coming back. Oh my god.
Dusk needs to shut his hole. He needs to shut his heckin' snoot.
Well, he at least was arguing it from the perspective that as far as the Empire goes, he was one of the there's definitely worse than Gaius von Baelsar.
Fair. I just worry that you're getting spoiled, that's all.
Nah. But it does explain why he was willing to give Gaius more. It makes it make more sense to me why he was willing to give Gaius the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I will say though, even if this is a redemption arc, I still love classic AR Gaius as a villain. He's fun. He's just a fun, campy villain.
True. Very true.
He's less preachy here, and maybe it's just because he got that humble pie.
Yeah.
And I'll say for the record, Dusk is a really good bean. Dusk is a really good bean. I just feel like it's a slippery slope sometimes because I know, like, I've been through all this stuff, and like keeping my mouth shut is like a huge. It's like it's exhausting. It is exhausting.
Yeah. Like I have actually like it is constant practice for me to not chat at my friend chat at Ainsley, who is like a few steps behind sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here.
Okay. You're okay. You're on. Perfect. So
I am standing in front of Hien.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
As am I.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him then.
See you guys on the other side.
All right. Alphino is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. I've spoken with the physician, and there are no outward signs of illness. Alphino is lost in a sleep from which he cannot be awoken, just like the others. It seems that even the hands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. I share your frustration, Alize, I do. But Alphino is returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made, and little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know Seryu's wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? You most certainly can. As promised, we will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. In general, pull me for a second. Theo, what do you mean? Moment has passed. Never mind. Sorry, Theo. I didn't even notice. I was reading and not looking at chat. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our force must be transported by sea, a lengthy voyage for which the smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Aldernod Trading Company in finding suitable ships. As for navigating the distances in question, We are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it unlikely that our East Aldernard friends will consent to any involvement in military operations. But I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a Kyrgian accompany him every ilm of the way to the Rising Stones. You have my thanks, Lord Yen. Yugiri, I will go on ahead with our friends to Alamigo, enlist all those capable of teleportation, and put them at the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we'd hoped for. Lys and the Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome the combined strength of the East. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant,
our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
See that you do.
Ooh, sorry, Ryu. Hopefully it comes back pretty soon. What's with everyone's internet tonight?
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you. Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
You planned it?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
Wait, what? What are we waiting for, Poji? What are we waiting for? After the cutscene, we need to talk. What? What? Am I grounded?
Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way.
By the way, Solus is a well-written character.
Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varus, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise.
Oh, like a family of psychopaths. Great.
You will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
All right. Let's see what awaits me in this voice call, I wonder.
Oh, what have you got?
All right, you wanted to talk?
So, I realized they foreshadowed the return of Emperor Solus back in Heavensward in the Alchemist quest line.
Oh, I never saw any of that, so.
Because in the Alchemist quest line, they basically have
we weren't gonna do speculation on stream.
Detectives. This isn't speculation. This is story. This is stuff that's happened.
Okay.
They were detectives in Revenant's Toll that basically have you on retainer to help solve a series of murders.
Okay.
And long story short, at the end of it, come to find out that there was an evil alchemist that was experimenting with Allagan cloning techniques. And the clones were soulless. They were just bodies. And he attempted to avoid getting caught by basically killing himself and then having his soul jump to one of the empty bodies.
Interesting. Okay.
And that was the Alchemist quest line in Heavensward.
If I may add on to this, Boji, they left these breadcrumbs in post-ARR with the Crystal Tower storyline.
That's also true. I forgot about the clones
with
of
elegant cloning techniques. They cloned the royal family and brought back their emperor, who led the Allagan Empire to its highest height.
Yep. And then we fought him.
And then we learn that Solus, the Emperor Solus, is an Ascian and would have connections to the Alligans.
Well, I also found it interesting, but the reason why I was like, wait, we need to talk is because it just occurred to me that the Alchemist storyline tied so very closely to basically what Solus does. But also realizing that the entire War of Succession was planned, and that the fighting chance we got to actually reclaim Eorzea for ourselves was because Solus decided, it's my time to die now.
Yep.
It's my time to make it more chaotic. I gotta make more chaos, so I'm gonna die now.
Yep. Everybody felt too safe and secure, and everything was too calm, so Solus had to throw a stone at it.
Because if things had continued down that route, with the Empire stable and in control, they would have crushed any uprising in Eorzea, and one side would have won, and they can't have one side winning.
Right.
No, that's not chaotic enough.
Yep.
But oh my god, I'm still getting over the fact like this was all foreshadowed and told to us already in Crystal Tower.
It could be. But I think for now we should keep going.
Yeah.
We should. I'm waiting for the others in the locks.
Yeah.
All this time spent talking is time that we could spend reading.
Right. And that's
sorry, Vera. Gosh.
Also, I gotta show Poji my purple dog. I've been wanting to do that.
Purple dog.
Why would
I got a purple dog now. I need to show you.
I'm gonna deafen up and read.
Okay.
Okay. Fuck.
All right. We must leave now to convene with Eorzea's leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Hakuro, I leave you in command. My lord. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste, and join you in Alamigo forthwith. Yes, please do, Agmanine. Please do. I know. I think I know what you would say too. I've just received word from Lys. The Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Once we've arrived in the locks, we're to report to a resistance officer stationed at Porta Pretoria who will point us in the right direction. Let us not keep them waiting. All right. So Ryu, like, is it like dead, or like, are you still down? Yep. I send Dusk a message saying, so Gaius being both alive and a bro was not on my bingo card. And he responds with, and so you have met Shadowhunter. All right, so we have to go to Porto Pretoria. Internet died. Okay. So Ryu, I can't see us doing like a ton more tonight. So I mean, if you needed to take a little bit of time tomorrow before stream to catch up, you're not gonna have that much to do. And I might actually be able to join you too. Because like I do have a space of time in between the Pokemorning stream and the Final Fantasy stream in the evening. Probably ISP issue. The network whiz of the house is on it. Okay. Yeah, if it comes down to it, I can help you catch up tomorrow. All right, so where are we going? Oh yeah, we're going down here. We can just catch up, yeah. Like I said, it's not gonna be that much. It's not gonna be that much. Back, had to pee. Welcome back, Theo. You must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you'll follow me, I'll take you directly to Alliance headquarters. Oh, the wolves are from Extreme Trials. Nice. Also made a quick onigiri. What is that? Is that a food? Just for small snack. Oh, I see. Sushi. Nice.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, were our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news...
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right? Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal.
Yeah, that's not normal though.
Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varissos Galvus would be attending.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varus did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Interesting, Theo.
God,
Okay.
Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it.
I don't know, though. I don't know. He did just say a Scion needs to be present, right? I mean, the Scion doesn't need to be conscious.
Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Oh, this works too.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion.
I'll be there.
That's settled then. We don't know what Varus means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
I mean, Alize, if you don't want to do it, we could grab Tataru. I don't think she's gotten her soul sniped yet. Yeah, and I'm not sure.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
All right. Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Yeah, let's parley with the emperor. It's Emperor WoW shoulders.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance, on behalf of the Gallian Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Petulance. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly it.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. A 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald, too, lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of Magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alize says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varus, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Watching over cellular sucks, so I'm gonna dip for now. If my net comes back, I'll be back, but bye for now. Alrighty, Ryu. I hope it fixes itself soon. And I will check in with you tomorrow to see where you're at, and if you want some help, catching up, I will make some time for that. This is really not my forte. After his Radiance's little performance, it was all I could do not to swear at him. I honestly don't know how I ended up playing the Mediator. Should we talk to everyone? Yeah, I missed that opportunity. Post the quest you end on, and I'll catch up. Alrighty. Good night, Adi. I'm ready to sleep. It's my day off tomorrow. Right on. Take care, Lukos. Have a great night. Sleep well. Thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out with us. I just asked myself what Alphino would have done. Tried my best to do the same, and by some miracle, it worked. But there really is no common ground to be found with that man, nor do I think he looked for any. So the question becomes, what did he come here to do? Because you may be certain it wasn't to make peace. Whatever it is, I can't make it out. Not yet, at least. We do have a little time before the parley is due to reconvene, though. So why not try consulting our illustrious leaders? Mayhap they have some insight to share. I do much wonder at Emperor Varus' decision to attend these negotiations. It is plain he has no intention of hearkening to our entreaties. But what then is his goal? Dr. Pirate, hello, welcome on in. Gosh, I love DP. How are you doing tonight? I saw the art that you posted on Wednesday. Fantastic. I will say one thing for this Varus. He is well versed in Eorzean history. Andy, welcome on in. Thank you so much for your tier 1 resub. 38 months, oh my gosh. That is 3 years and some change now. Thank you so much, Andy. Gosh, I can't believe it's been 3 years. That is just nuts to think about. I'm alright. I did a sticker for MFF today. Hell yeah. I'm doing good. Tired, yeah. Tired bean. Hope you're good. I'm doing good. I'm doing fantastic tonight. I'm getting a little poop too, but we're getting through it. His interest in our affairs is that of a beast in its prey. The conqueror would know his enemies. All should know their enemies. Yet there is much and more we do not know of the Empire. It's up to us to change that, here and now. Ha! You would have me ask the Emperor himself? Well, mayhap there is some wisdom in that. If we can skirt the storm of his displeasure, we may yet come to our answers, even if it does mean sailing close to the wind. Alright, a couple more. Why do I get the feeling the Emperor is hiding something? Varus holds fast to his ideals, just as I knew he would. He will not be swayed from his path. 12 have mercy. With the Lady Alize's timely interjection, we might well have come to blows at the negotiating table. Not that Emperor Varus left us great many options. Is unconditional surrender all that he will accept, do you think? Ere he arrived, I'd have said yes. But having heard him speak, I cannot help but think he came with some other end in mind. Exactly. He's building up to something. I know it. How then should we approach the rest of the parley? Have you anything to say, Warrior of Light? Invite Varus to explain himself. You believe he is more apt to reveal the truth if we put him at ease? Mayhap you are right. Thank you, Adi. Whatever rebuttal I had in mind was lost when Varus mentioned my father. The man is certainly skilled at keeping his opponents off balance. This parley was never like to bring peace, but I had hoped to learn something of Emperor Varus's relationship with the Ascians. As had we all. Yet if he is in league with them, he is not like to volunteer the fact, and if he is not, how much weaker would his position seem for their presence? If we were to broach that particular subject, we would need to be subtle. Would that I knew more of the man. If you would indulge me, Lord Hien, you received an imperial education, did you not? It is true that the Emperor's will is considered absolute. There is no higher authority in all of Garlemald, nor else in the heavens, come to that. Veneration of the gods is forbidden, and the only worship permitted being that of His Radiance's own person. Sounds suspiciously like a religion itself. I share your disdain for the hypocrisy, even as they denigrate the idea of faith. They revere their leader with a fervor others reserve for the divine. 'Tis a flaw common to much of the doctrine they fed us. Logical on the surface, perhaps, but contradictory upon closer examination. I wonder if a discussion of the various discrepancies might prompt Varus to reveal something? Right, Alize. You've spoken with everyone, then? Good. Now all that remains is to wait the pleasure of the Emperor, and hope we fare better at the second attempt. Alright. Give me a sec.
Now then, who would have the floor?
No, that's better.
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
Okay.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
Yeah, I'm curious too, actually.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat Icons posed the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Barrens said to have been laid waste by Icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
Curious
when you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Welcome home, Severin.
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. No longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
Oh, we're full-on fascism now.
What in Rulga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of the star, of the source and its 13 reflections. At the instant of the great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections. That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred, why he wages war, why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds. I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
Oops, all fascists. Pretty much.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
What?
She just casually drops a bomb.
My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters when the prize is true and lasting peace?
Your prize is a lie. Your masters, demons.
I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence.
Ooh, looks like I struck a nerve.
Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
Right back to fascism. The dude is like Emperor Nazi wow shoulders. What?
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you join me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable. Unconscionable.
And what is the alternative? To be as cattle waiting for slaughter? I would have us work together that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps. But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
Are these truly the words of Garlemald's ruler? The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
Well said.
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
I cannot condone such a loss of life.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me. Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages.
We got lots of information.
This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
Yeah, we got lots. I came back to find Doma's advance party ready and waiting for battle. So as wearying as our little chat with the Emperor was, it did buy enough time for at least some of our allies to arrive. Right. I started it too.
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Right.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Doma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Gallians come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
The two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
After coming this far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to counter on me. Not that they would. Not even my brother.
See, this is like, I used to think that Alize was kind of annoying. But then, like, as things go on, I really grew to like her a lot.
But we all know who really make the difference. Ready to frighten some Garleans?
Oh, hell yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their spirits.
Indeed.
We would be honored.
When our people stride out with you in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
Welcome back, Ryu.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands.
Red Alphino is pretty good.
Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come.
So, Poji, why are you and Ryu trading internet? It's like Ryu's comes back, Poji's goes away.
May the crystal guide us to victory!
They gotta share, yeah. We don't even live near each other. Ah, that's a likely story.
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard. If Alphino wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right. So please, don't you dare leave me alone. No matter what happens, we have to survive together.
Gimlet Dark is now accessible. Let me rejoin voice chat real quick. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So, Poji, yeah, I can hear it. So what do you think? I mean, like, you know, I was kind of thinking, it's like, you know, I've got enough energy left in me to do this. But, like, you know, Poji, if your internet is shit in the bed and, like, Ryu has some catching up to do, maybe this is a good opportunity to just kind of...
I'm also feeling kind of tired, too. I thought we would have stopped, like, right before accepting this quest, so I'm perfectly fine stopping.
Okay.
Like, to me, it seems like enough is going on. It's like, I don't think anyone would mind stopping.
Yeah.
I suppose my bloodlust can wait a
Is it getting any better?
few hours.
No, it's not, Poji.
Yeah.
It's not.
Why is my internet so bad?
I don't know, but I'm
because
having a
your
problem
ISP
too, and I would hate for it to go out during the dungeon as well.
Yeah.
The reason that your internet is bad is because your ISP took a piss on the router.
Probably. Yeah, that seems plausible.
They tend to do that.
So like, what does everybody think? I know, like, Creatures feels it's like a good place to stop. What about you, Poji, Vera?
Normally, I would want to push through this because this feels like a big moment. But
I get the feeling you're going to disconnect halfway through the fight.
the funny thing is that the game is operating perfectly fine. It's everything else.
Yeah.
I can't believe Final Fantasy XIV is eating your entire bandwidth.
Just all of it.
What if actually my roommate isn't like doing something to being a lot of bandwidth?
I don't know. But it might just be a good time just to let the internet rest and we can pick up where we left off tomorrow.
That's what happens when you torrent the entirety of One Piece all at once.
Yeah. And that's why like, you know, here I control the internet and I have a portioned out chunk of the internet just for me. So like no matter what my roommates do, they don't affect my bandwidth at all.
How the fuck you do that?
Basically, I have them I have them bandwidth limited. So basically, like I have like a quarter of the bandwidth left for me. So like I have 1 gig up and 1 gig down. So like, you know, 750 is like theirs to share, and then I've got 250 up and down just for me.
See, when we moved recently, my dad just got us the business connection for internet so that no one would be disturbed. Atreus
bandwidth dominatrix. aesthetic IP and bandwidth allocations. Well, there's a feature. There's a thing with the router that I have. I have two IP ranges basically, 2 subnets. One is mine. One is everyone else. And then like I can portion out the bandwidth that way. And I have 2 routers. So yeah, I think it's probably a good time. I think this is a good spot for us to at least wrap up tonight. You know, we're all hungry to finish it, and we can bring that hunger tomorrow night.
Wanted to say something clear, but my mind, and I don't know if you can hear me well enough.
Say it in text chat.
Yeah, you might want to say it in text.
If I can even get it in text chat. But
well, you're not getting it through in voice.
Yeah, it's getting worse, I think. Evan, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Yeah, I think it's a good stopping point. Simply unlock the duty. Yeah. And like, you know, when we start tomorrow night, we're gonna start out with a duty, and yeah, that is gonna be huge. This is a really big thing. So let me see. Let me find a bean to raid.
I hope the war takes all stream.
Vera is all about war.
I like to. I am a warrior. It's in the name.
Yep. In the name, in the blood.
It's in my blood and
See,
their blood. And their blood.
My message failed to send.
Okay, copy paste it, resend it.
You could send it in like Discord somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, you could also send it in Discord.
You think it'll send in Discord if it's not sending there? I tried the message to Hope, and it took like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you see 2 messages? Did you at least see the first one?
I see all other Scions dead. The only ones left being
Pepper.
Tataru ourselves.
Yeah, Tataru, like ourselves, and one of the twins. Only this time it's Alize. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
kind of like having
It occurred to me that we are in a similar spot as we were at the end of ARR.
Yeah. Wish
I mean,
you
there's
could Eves.
Bleed,
Thank you, Zesty.
but not technically part of the Scions anymore, explaining the lack of splitting headache.
So, with like a bean that we haven't rated in a little while, Saren is playing Monster Hunter World right now and is actually raising money for Trans Lifeline.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's Gecko Guild.
Yep.
Alright.
Here's one way to fix the game ban. We'll close the game and see if it suddenly gets there.
Didn't catch half that, but sure.
I think Proji said if they close it, they're gonna try and close the game and see if that helps.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because that way I can at least bring up the game back, just eating up my bandwidth.
Because that way they can't
Something
restart
game eating up the
bandwidth.
bandwidth, I think.
Could be. Could be the roommate using so much bandwidth that they're it's not leaving Poji with much left. Packet drops, yeah, it does sound exactly like that, Fury.
Yep, Poji, what is your outbound packet loss rate?
I don't know, because I can't get anything right now. Everything's not working.
Well, you can check the voice details on Discord, I think.
No, I can't check anything, Vera. Everything is broken.
Yeah.
Discord is frozen?
Well, let's not push it too much farther tonight because I can sense some frustration building. So
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, why don't we raid?
To use a service that requires internet to test my broken internet.
That.
All right. Okay. So Saren is raising money for Trans Lifeline, and honestly, that strikes a chord with me because, like, you know, y'all don't really need any explanation on, like, you know, what the environment is right now for trans folks and for LGBTQ folks. So I think that's a worthwhile cause that we should probably go and do our best to support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Of course, like, my keyboard is fucking this up. Oh, come on. Fuck.
Everything's breaking tonight. Jeez.
Well, sometimes, like, you know, the touchpad on this keyboard makes it really irritating to use sometimes because it makes my cursor jump around. So if I'm typing a sentence, half of my sentence ends up at the beginning, and, like, you know, it ends up all garbled and shit. It's the Asians. You're not wrong, Dozy.
I think it has to be my speed because I can hear you all just.
Yeah, it must be something with that. Okay, so I'm gonna deafen up and then say goodbye, and then I'll return to the call afterward.
Sounds good.
All right, folks, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. This was an amazing stream. We had our share of technical issues. You know, hopefully we'll have all those figured out by the time tomorrow night stream happens. But for right now, I think that's going to do it for me and Final Fantasy XIV. The next time I'm going to be live is tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. PST. I'm getting together with Yori, and we're going to pick up where we left off in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. And that's going to be really fun. So definitely don't miss that if you can help it. If you can't make that stream, 6 p.m. PST tomorrow night, we're going to start again Final Fantasy XIV right here. And we're going to do Gimlet Dark, which Gimlet Dark is a really amazing dungeon and sequence of an event. So you're not going to want to miss this. So don't forget, Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, 9 a.m. PST tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST, Final Fantasy XIV, don't forget. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye! Bye!